My parents, mom 54 female and dad 56 male, got divorced when my sister and I were in our late teens. I was 19 and my sister was 17, so it was really strange for us to deal with it. Our parents had started growing apart when we were around 10 years old, but they stayed together for our sake. When they believed they'd done a decent job of raising us, and that we would be fine even if they got divorced, they went through with it. It wasn't like we grew up in a toxic household where they'd fight every day. There was just no romance. They were nice to each other and hardly ever argued more than a regular couple would. But that was it. The divorce didn't come as a shock, but it still felt weird. We'd known it would happen someday, and now it finally did. My sister wasn't happy about it at all. She threw a tantrum when we were told, insisting that if they had stayed together for so long, they could just keep going. My parents tried to calm her down, but she refused to listen. Of course, they still went through with the divorce, which led to a lot of bitterness in my sister's relationship with both of them. I personally don't know who was right or wrong. All I know is our parents never made us feel unloved or unimportant. If they wanted to lead separate lives after raising us, the least I could do was support that. After the divorce, my dad moved out and had joint custody of my sister. I was in college and lived on campus. My sister chose to live with mom and visited dad on weekends. Years passed, and our parents still did everything they were supposed to do. Paid our tuition, bought my sister her first car, paid for my wedding dress, and so on. But my sister was never really able to forgive them. Now I'm 27 and she's 25, and I think we're both emotionally mature enough to at least try to understand why our parents did what they did. Over the past 8 years, they've had relationships, but none lasted beyond a year. Last year, we found out from one of mom's friends that she'd been on a date at a fancy restaurant with dad. My sister and I were stunned. Our parents were reconnecting after 8 years. It felt weird but exciting, at least for me. My sister just seemed annoyed. 3 weeks later, our parents themselves told us they'd been seeing each other and trying to make things work. I was thrilled. And now, almost a year later, they're getting married again. They got engaged last week. It was beautiful. I helped Dad plan it. He asked my sister too, but she said she was too busy with work and didn't attend the engagement either. I know my parents are trying to hide their disappointment, but I can tell they're hurt. A few days ago, I called my sister and tried to persuade her to meet Mom and Dad.